please join me in welcoming Mayor Erik to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations. Thank you for that introduction. What a wonderful group of students, and really your speech was moving. It's hard to follow something like that, so I'll try. Anyway, I have a special connection to Golden West. Some 30 years ago, I attended the college, and my younger son currently attends. I think actually I have a couple aunts that also started their career here. As a representative of Huntington Beach, I've always been grateful for such a wonderful institution in my city. Many students who have attended this college went on to do some amazing things. Some of the more notable alumni are professional athletes, movie stars, tech moguls, financial experts, police chiefs, and at least one teacher here, Peter Green, has been the mayor of Huntington Beach multiple times. Personally, it was an honor to be asked to speak today. It's something I never expected to do in my lifetime. When I was originally asked, I was told to have a 10 to 15 minute speech. It's not going to be 15 minutes. So it sounded like it wasn't going to be a big challenge, but trying to prepare for the speech, I started watching some commencement speeches and found out it's probably going to be a little harder than I thought. I can sit here and talk about municipal, state, and federal issues all day long, but it's a little harder for inspiration and advice. It's not really in my wheelhouse. So I had to put a little more effort into this. I thought, well, these young adults are starting a new journey. Maybe I can work on something to talk about on that subject. And then 2 days ago, my son graduated from Long Beach State, so I was all excited. I said, great, maybe there's gonna be some well-prepped speeches here. I can get some more ideas to add to my speech. Unfortunately, he graduated from the School of Engineering, and the engineering faculty are very short-winded. There was not a speech longer than 3 minutes. So anyway, with the 10 to 15 minutes, I don't know, I think I'm being punished. But anyway, you've all heard the phrase, you're closing another chapter in your life. Basically, it refers to the completion of a milestone moment in your life and starting another. In the end, all the chapters contribute to the book of you. For me, I always thought of that book as a math book, because math, like life, can be very easy and very difficult. But what you learn in the beginning helps you through to the end. In math, you start with the easy stuff. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, and so on through arithmetic. As you progress, you learn why 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then you solve for variables. Later, you can determine a point in space and solve an equation and draw a line or a graph representing the relationship between 2 points in space. For some, it becomes another language. The point is, it all started with the basics. 1 plus 1 is 2. And the basics, used in conjunction with more advanced mathematical formulas, you can achieve success in the most advanced mathematics. Learning the basics of arithmetic gives you the foundation you need to progress to higher levels of math. Life is the same. We learn the basics when we are young and apply what we learn as we go through our lives. Our foundations are set by our family, our friends, our acquaintances, our community, our spiritual beliefs, our lack of spiritual beliefs, our successes, failures, good times, bad times. And if you ask a sociology teacher, I'm sure they'll give you a million more. But just how math builds on itself, as you progress through life, you learn and you grow. Like math, sometimes it gets hard and confusing. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you want to give up. But I promise you that being persistent and falling back on your foundation will get you through anything. Today represents the strength of your individual foundations. Through your time at this college, you have strengthened yourself and abilities to work on the big equations life will throw at you. and they're going to throw some at you. My time in the Marine Corps taught me 2 lessons, some better than others, some learned easier than others. The 2 I remember the most were adapt and overcome and embrace the suck. Now, adapt and overcome's pretty easy to figure out. Basically, whatever situation or problem, rely on yourself, your training, and your fellow Marines to figure out and complete your mission, period. Not much more, get the job done. But getting the job done relies on the efforts you and your fellow Marines put in before the mission, laying the foundation and refining your abilities through hours of training to get everything you need to get the mission done. The second lesson, embrace the suck, sounds a little negative, but it's actually a testament to the dedication Marines have to endure whatever is thrown at them. When we thought it was bad in boot camp, it got worse in infantry training school. When he thought it was bad there, it got worse in the School of Infantry. After that, we have some of the worst duty stations in the world, hand-me-downs from other services, and the constant expectation of excellence, all of which we love and embrace. Because as long as we focus on the end goal and not the negative stuff thrown at us, we can handle anything. A good example of this is a famous Marine Corps general, Chesty Puller. One time he said, "They're to our left, they're to our right, they're behind us, and they're in front of us. They're not going to get away." In preparing for this speech, I came across a video by a gentleman named Keena Ryan. It covered some of the principles I learned in the Marine Corps, but more eloquently and with less pain. I thought it had a pretty powerful message, so I wanted to share some of it with you today. He said, "It is easy to get worked up on a daily basis. If you want to find a reason to get annoyed, you will. If you want to find a reason to complain about something, you will. If you want to see someone get on your nerves, you will. There are countless opportunities throughout the day to get frustrated, disappointed, or annoyed at people, places, and situations you're around. The challenge is we often see our lives worse than they are. We shouldn't waste the time of our life complaining, because complaining doesn't solve problems. Whenever we complain about pain or strain or situations in our life, we stop ourselves from change. And complaining is contagious. When we do it, we give it to everyone around us, which means now we're surrounded by a complaining culture. And we know this: spending today complaining about yesterday won't make tomorrow better. I believe Mr. Ryan had a great message. Sometimes we get caught up in the negative, especially today in the 24/7 information being shoved at us all the time. But it's important to stop focusing on that negative and focus on the positive. And if something isn't thrown in your way, embrace it, adapt, and work out a plan to overcome. After graduation, some of you will go right into the workforce. Others will continue to higher learning. Some may just take a break. Whatever you do tomorrow, remember your accomplishment today. Remember the feeling you have right now. That feeling can come from any accomplishment. Let yourself feel that. Don't diminish any progress you make. Take joy in others' accomplishments. You have a foundation. That foundation gets stronger with every success gained and every trial endured. You are the future leaders, parents, and pillars of our society. You're their example to all who follow behind you. You are the foundation of our country. Own it, cherish it. You are our future. Thank you so much for letting me speak today, and congratulations again to all of you.
Thank you, Mayor Peterson, for those kind words and a reminder that this is one chapter ending and another one starting. On behalf of the college, we wanted to give you a certificate honoring the role that you played in today's commencement, and to thank you for your time, your efforts, and your kind words.
Thank you.